Well, it's our whole motivation, I believe, and the strength behind our company is that it comes with the movement. This comes with an awakening.
Hi everyone, my name is Rob, this is Nick, and we are two of the founders of For Ultimate Health. We are an online supplement store that has an array of unique products.
We're here today just to give you a little bit of an insight on how we started the company and some exciting plans for the future, as well as some of the cutting edge products we sell.
So I think today we're going to go through quite a few questions that we get asked a lot from our actual customers, and we thought, what better way to do it in front of a camera so everyone can see it? So let's maybe start, Nick, with why we actually started For Ultimate Health. Why does our brand exist?
We both noticed that amongst our close family and friends that many of them were having some health crisis, recent health crisis, and some that were really affecting their everyday lives. And it sent us to seek out and look outside the box for treatment. Many of them weren't getting what they need from conventional treatment. So it sent me to look for some of the cutting edge products that were around. We trialled them. We got them into our close family of friends and started to report some very positive effects. And it led us to believe that this is something that we could share with Australians, and we could offer Australians a unique chance and access to cutting edge and the latest in health breakthroughs at the best prices we could get them for.
I love that. And I've got to say, when it comes to people scouting for the best products, I'd have to say you're up there with the best of them, because I remember 2 years ago when we met, this is another great story that's part of the history of For Ultimate Health, is you approached us with Basil, who's also one of the founders too, with my wife Connie, and we had a meeting in Parramatta, and you discussed the product. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit hesitant because I was like, what is this product? What does it stand for? And you are so knowledgeable in that health space. And what a journey it's been that last 2 years, where we've started and where we've come to now. Did you ever thought that, we'd be at the position that we are today?
Well, the whole journey started with our Augmented NAC, which was a real, at the time, a cutting edge supplement coming out of Italy. There wasn't much of it in Australia at the time, and like I said, it was family members who were suffering some terrible health problems at the time and really looking for help and treatment. So we decided to bring Augmented NAC. We did the research and found the Augmented NAC from Italy, and we decided to bring it in and give it a go. We were straight away, for some of our family, it was just a game changer for some of our family. And after seeing what it did for personally members of my own family, I went to my brother, and he said to me, I told my brother, this is something we've got to get. I'm really keen to get this out there to the masses, to anyone that will give it a go. I really believe in this product. I said, I'm going to go over there and get as much as I can. He said, if you're going to do this, you have to meet a friend of mine, Rob, Theo, and if we're going to do it, Rob's going to be the man who tells us how to do it. And I brought a little notepad to Parramatta. I remember that, opening it up in front of you and telling you, this is a great product, Rob, and no one's selling it in this country. What can we do? And it's led us to where we are now. Over 3,000 customers, many testimonials from people who it's changing people's lives. And it led us to believe that we could search for more products like this, and that we could really offer people a spot in their wellness and health routines. And this is where we're at today. It's
so true. I think one of the biggest misconceptions that I've seen throughout my life is so many people say that partnerships don't work. And I was a firm believer of that for a long time, because I'd seen a lot of family members go through that ordeal. But I think the key to a successful partnership in business is communication. And what I've realized with For Ultimate Health in our journey, our short journey so far, is everyone works to their strengths. I've got specific strengths, and Connie does, that we focus on, whereas you and Basil do as well. And I think that's where it all gels together. And I truly believe that's why we've been successful, right? Even the period where we had the global shortage, we bought a pallet, and we actually had back orders, and we had to get out 1,700 bottles, if not, it was more than that, within a short space of time. There's some of the challenges we've faced so far, but we've gotten through it with a tight-knit team. But let's talk a little bit more about, for the public watching, some of the family stories and how their life was affected before and after.
So on a personal note, my mother, who's always been a really strong, vibrant lady, has suffered a real health crisis where she had inflammation right throughout her body. She tried many different doctors and the rest of it, and nothing really was seen to be working for her. And that's what initially drove me to seek something outside of the box.
Yep.
And I think in our company, one of our real strengths is a real desire to help. I mean, I saw the change in my mother, who just has been the strength of our family all my years, go to lose her health for the first time in her life, and the impact it had on her. And the discovering of the Augmented NAC and the fact that it helped her so much at the beginning to really actually seek out her own health journey. It was a catalyst for her to change other things in her life.
Yep.
And to see the change that it made in her journey really gave me the feeling that there were other people out there who could be helped. And I think at the core of our business is the real desire to help.
Yep.
Yeah, the true desire that you can make a difference, and the acknowledgement that in modern times it's now needed more than ever. There are many people, many families, many people I deal with people every day through this business on the phone who share their stories of their own family and their own health struggles.
Yep.
And it always, even now I get goosebumps and the hairs standing up. It always makes me feel good when they get back to me and say, listen, this is really helping me, or this is really helping someone I love. And it's put a real drive in me to find more.
Yeah.
To find more products. And I think the other strength of our business is that many of these products come with claims and other ways that people are using them. We haven't really tried to buy in or promote any of the claims of these products. What our basis of our business has been, listen, we've heard this. People have come to us and told us, listen, I've tried this is helping. We get it out there. We get it out there to our customers, and our strength is letting our customers tell us what these products are doing for them. And we're starting to gather a whole bunch of testimonials about what these are, different strokes for different folks. Some people, one product is a real game changer. For somebody else, it's another product, but everyone has their story. And the fact that we can actually let our customers tell their story to us, pass it on to others, starting to find the balance of what works for different people.
Yeah, it's so important. I think for everybody watching, one of the key things is we have so many people that have reached out to us over our short journey that have such strong and powerful testimonials, and we've been keeping pretty low, right? And I'm a huge advocate for letting our own people and customers speak about our product through their experiences firsthand. I think that's so powerful because you could have so many reviews, and those testimonials speak volumes of credibility, social proof, and how good the product actually is. So, and quite frankly, we only have a couple of products on our range at the moment. But one of the goals that we had was we didn't want to just be another supplement company online. We wanted to have some of the best and unique products out there to make it available for the public to buy. And yeah, that's well said. What do you think? For everybody watching too, Nick, what would you say would be our most competitive edge right now?
Well, you hear it said all the time that health is a journey. I've heard it so many times, but to actually see it, when you actually see that health is a journey and that many people don't decide to embark on it until they have a health crisis, and then that you seem to be able to piece, it's a journey of different steps, piece together step by step. But I think our strength and where we come in is the ability to listen to our customers, the ability to try not so much as to sell the product with claims that it can do this, that it can do that, but to listen to our customers and be able to tell someone, well, we have a customer who started with this, and they're finding that if they've done this, this and this, they've tried that.
Yeah.
And that we were able to pass on and really support I think our strength is the support of people's health journey. I know it sounds a bit cliche, but I've really seen a number of health journeys now. I deal with people every day on the phone whose journey started here and has moved to here. And it's an inspiration that we're able to support so many journeys and keep people on track, give people an alternative.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. To be able to see people's journeys, for me personally, when we get on the phones and when we speak to these people, I actually get goosebumps when I hear these stories, to think that we're actually making such an impact and a difference. And it's actually stuff for me that money can't buy, because as they say frequently, health is wealth, right? You got to have 1,000 problems in your life, but the moment that your health is taken away, that becomes the main issue in your life. And so I don't think there's a stronger thing that we could have as our purpose to bring the best stuff or the best products in the world to the public here in Australia. So I wanted to dive in a little bit more about the education. Specifically, we have multiple products on our range now, right? We got the Augmented NAC, methylene blue, and now recently we've just got our whole range of organic soaps, body washes, and deodorant. But let's go back to the Augmented NAC, because a lot of these questions we get asked frequently is, how do you take Augmented NAC?
It's a great question, and I think it's a very important one. You get much better results on an empty stomach. I've been trialing it personally for a number of years now. I would never sell anything that I wouldn't take myself, and I'm not a big supplement user, but I found a real benefit from this on a personal level, as well as seeing it anecdotally across all our customers. But there is a way to take it. So it's on an empty stomach with lots of water. When I first started, I would take 250 mils of water on an empty stomach in the morning. I'm now up to 500 mils of water. I believe that the longer you can go with it on an empty stomach and the more water you can take with it, the better results you get.
So is it, I mean, we know this, but for the people watching, one capsule in the morning, would you take one at night? What's your preference in terms of consistency like that?
So in a way, we've been very lucky. We had the advantage of Dr. Tina Pierce going on to John Campbell, who's very respected YouTube doctor. He had Dr. Tina Pierce arrive and very courageously say that she'd been using it clinically. That was the whole catalyst for people in Australia to look us up and find us and ask us what's going on with Augmented NAC. She has a whole protocol that can be found on Dr. John Campbell's website. She recommends a detox period of 3 pills, 1 in the morning, 1 at lunch, 1 at night time. Many people report to us that they find it better to take 2 in the morning. So one of the things is standard NAC. Often people are taking 1,200 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams. These are Augmented NAC are 200 milligrams capsules. So the dosage rate is a lot less than standard NAC. And I think that gives it a big plus as well, is that you are, 1 pill is 200 milligrams. Once the original bottle is taken, Dr. Tina Pierce's recommendation is to find a maintenance dose, which is currently the one that I take. And that's 1 tablet, 200 milligrams, only 200 milligrams once a day. 5 days, don't take it on the weekends, go back. Each time you feel sick or each time you have had a bout of COVID or flu, then she recommends the doubling of it and you go back to the 2, which is still only a 400 milligram dose. People are getting good results that way.
Brilliant. And aligning that with some other products, what are some of the things that we could tell our people that what we can take the product with combined with other products out there? Any advice on that?
So again, using Dr. Tina Pierce as a reference, and anecdotally, many of our customers have found us report to me that they have a regime of other supplements that they have religiously used for years. These include things like vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc. Many of our, again, I think the strength of our company is that we have tried to buy into no claims, tried to push. We've let our customers tell us what's going on. And I daily have customers telling me that they are getting great results by combining the Augmented NAC with zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, and that it fits very well into their supplement regime.
Well said. How long does it take before it starts working? And everybody's different, but
again, different strokes for different folks, right? So, well, I have customers. We have customers who report straight away benefits, positive benefits straight away. And personally, I have members of my close circle who reported that as well. We have other customers who report that they take the whole bottle, the whole first bottle during the detox phase of the whole first bottle. That they actually, some customers get a very strong detox reaction where the first bottle is spent with showing detox symptoms, runny nose, going to the toilet, the rest of it. Most people who are seeing benefits from it are seeing benefits by the end of the first bottle. So by the time they move away from the initial recommended detox dose as recommended by Dr. Tina Pierce, and they move to the maintenance dose, the ones who are showing the real benefits are getting the benefit by the end of the first bottle. We have a really great return rate with customers. The ones who like it, they like it enough, they come back. I mean, that's been the most, for me, that's been one of the most positive parts of this supplement. I take it every day.
We all do, right?
And we have a lot of our members who take it every day. But once we got it out there to our customers, we have a large return rate and a growing army of people who really fit it into their daily supplement and their daily health routine.
We sure do. And we've obviously built that rapport and that trust with people. So that's the Augmented NAC. Let's talk a little bit about the natural soaps that we've just brought into our range, which I think are incredible. The reason why I think they're incredible, and you'll back me on this, is so many of us look into doing all the good stuff internally, but we often forget that the external factors, whether it's in your home, in your environment, they could be detrimental to your health. So we're doing all this great work internally, but not taking any focus on what's happening externally. And these are some of the things that we're using on a daily basis. Like you think about your toothpaste, your soaps, your body washes. This is stuff that is going onto your skin, right? Being absorbed by your pores in your skin. This is exciting for me. Right, and again, this is another idea that you brought to the table, and I thought, wow, this is going to be brilliant. Let's talk a little bit about this, and just give us some background contrast on how this all started.
Well, I'm very excited about.
I know you are. I know you are.
So these are. So like you say, and while we talk about a health journey, but these are things that people do every day. These are like it's the things you do every day. They add up. And they add up over a week, they add up over a month, they add up over a year, they add up over 10 years. And I really, I've never been the sort of person who took any notice of what soap or what stuff I put on my skin. And this is one of the other strengths of our company, I believe, that this journey we're on, it's a journey we're all on. We're on together. And these soaps come from the Kapiti Valley. It's the widest canyon in the world. No, it's wider than the Grand Canyon. It's World Heritage listed for the bird life. It's an absolutely magical spot.
Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows it's there.
I didn't know that until you told me.
Yeah. And this lady she has her own herd of beautiful goats down there, and she just makes the most beautiful stuff and all the ingredients listed on it. Now, she knows a lot more about it than me. I'm really excited we'll get her here for a podcast to explain her own things. But she told me, look, those things that people are using on their skin every day, if you bother to have a look one day at the ingredients, you'll see many, many ingredients you don't even know what they are. You won't even understand what they are. And if you bother to look them up, you'll see that many of them have some bad reports. So that's where I started with it. And I looked at my own soap in my shower, and my own shampoo in my shower, and I'm like, I don't even understand what this is. I then asked her, could I trial some of your products? The first thing I noticed was the ingredients. Every single one of them I knew. Every single one. They weren't this many, there was this many, Then the smell and the feel and the look and everything on it, just absolutely beautiful stuff. She only makes very small runs, so they're not mass produced. They're all handcrafted and hand produced. Exclusive for us.
Yeah.
She makes a range exclusive for us. We have a range of 5. She also got me looking at deodorant.
And that's one of my favourites, mind you.
Well, I love sport, right? I love sport. Same. I always spray on the deodorant and give it a good heavy spray. She told me, do you know what's in my deodorant? I didn't know what's in my deodorant. I had a look. I did my own research. I'm like,
most of us know, but name us some of the main toxins that you find in
Well, aluminium's often in deodorant, and just the fact that I'm not a scientist, but I couldn't recognise many of the ingredients that were listed on the bottle. It's a non-aerosol one.
Yep.
You apply it. I think the act of actually applying deodorant is great anyway. You actually feel where your lymph nodes are and under your arm as you apply your deodorant. You could just spray it on. I think the actual fact that you actually do apply this one is a good guide. Many of your infections and problems started with swollen lymph.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can scan the ingredients.
Yeah.
So, we'll do a bigger podcast on this and people will list all the ingredients. They're ingredients you can stand behind and be really proud of.
I'm super excited. When you came to the table with this, I've been raised where I started working in my parents' takeaway shop at 11 years of age. And I was always taught that you would never sell anything if you weren't prepared to eat it. So was it presented well? Was it fresh? Only then would you only sell it to the customers, right? And this was the same thing with the soaps and the body wash and the deodorant. I actually said to you, let's get a few samples, which we did. And I've been using it for several months. The soaps are sublime. The fragrance is amazing. And the deodorant, I'm not going to lie, I was a bit reluctant at first because we're just living in a world where we want convenience, right? But you can't put convenience in front of health. And so people say, well, there's a putty you got to put underneath your armpits. If that's the price that I have to pay in order to have great health and not jeopardize my health with toxins like aluminium, then I'm prepared to do that. Takes me an extra 10 seconds, right? Yeah. And I've been using the deodorant for about 3 months now, and that's lasted for so long. It's fantastic. Yeah. I was a bit skeptical at first, but it's working a treat.
Yeah, and I've got hairy armpits. And,
so do I.
And I was of the same. And at first when I put it on, I thought, look, I don't even, is this something that people are going to do? Is this something that I'm going to do?
Yeah.
And then I started to actually enjoy the idea that I was feeling the lymph nodes and feeling under my arms. I've gotten used to it. As well. The beauty of it is it allows you to sweat.
Yep.
It doesn't stop the sweating.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it does allow the sweating, and it does. We have 5 ranges for people with really sensitive. We have a bare range, and that has no fragrances in it at all, and is really outstanding for sensitive skin. We have a detox, a refresh, and a vital, and a relax, all exclusively made for us. If you would see these ladies' goats, you just wouldn't believe it. They're just absolutely beautiful creatures. They all love her. She only has to walk out and they all come to her. So it's just a really little amount. I'm really excited about this product, and I can't wait to get it out there. And again, to the strengths of our company, I want to see what our customers think. It's no use making all the claims. I mean, I know I like it. I know our close circle of friends like it, but I really can't wait for it to happen the same way it happened with our other products, and that's to get it out. And daily, we have a wonderful sales lady called Christy, who all our customers know intimately.
Superwoman.
Knows just about every customer by name.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And I just can't wait for the reports to get back to Christy about how people find this range of products.
That is powerful, and I'll tell you why. Some of the biggest companies that I know, the reason why they've scaled exponentially and grown so quickly, you know how? They haven't purely release stuff or brought new products to the table thinking what people need. You've actually asked the people what they want before they release the product. So they're essentially asking their customers, hey, you love this already, what's something else that you would buy from us? And once they show a bit of interest, they'll make a prototype for them to test. And again, they go back for feedback. All right, this is the prototype. What would you change before actually purchasing it? And they might make 10 or 20 revisions to this specific product. They nail it, and lo and behold, when it goes public and it does get released, what do you think happens? people just buy it,
People like
and it just
it.
pops,
Yep.
right? So instead of assuming what people want to buy, the best thing to do is actually get the feedback from your own people and say, hey, what would you like to see next? And we've taken that feedback on board pretty seriously, and we're not just bringing any product on. We're being strategic in finding out what people need, right? And again, it comes back to the notion where internally we're doing all the work, but you've got to look externally as well.
You do. And I think this is the other exciting thing is that there's been a real revolution in health. People, and it's unfortunate that it's been led by a health crisis, but you've got to take it any way it comes. People are starting to talk now.
Yeah.
People are starting to say, listen, I've tried this. This is what I found. And if you can keep your ear to the ground, and I guess that's my job in our company, I really do keep my ear to the ground. I troll through hours and hours and hours of footage and testimonials, and just a little insight into some future products we're looking at is a range of products that's been used in Madagascar.
Yeah.
That really is starting. I'm very excited that one will come along soon. Shortly, and forever looking at people's stories, listening to people's stories about what has worked for me. And then I deal with these people every day through Christy as well, and she will say, look, somebody has this, somebody has that, and we can then say, well, I know somebody who had this and who had that, and they were using this, and a recommendation. And again, without buying into, social media is full of products and claims all the time, without buying into or promoting any of the claims, just people's stories. This helped me. It may not help you. It might help your auntie. It may not help anyone you know, but this helped me. And if we can pass these stories and these products on, that's the root of our company. Is to get out there what people are telling us is working for them.
Yeah.
And get it at a price that people can afford.
Absolutely.
Best we can.
Absolutely.
Best we can.
I see this, we live in an age where, we read so much news, social media. Let's be honest, most of the news is probably 80% negative, but good news stories are not told enough. And this is why we're such huge advocates for what we do, because we're seeing it and hearing it on a daily basis. So the reason for us doing these shoots is to bring the good news stories out more to the public. True or not?
Good news channel, my word.
A good news channel.
My word. I mean, it sounds silly, but it's one of the exciting things we're actually looking at starting. It's our first go into podcasting and social media. I one day hope that we can found the Good News channel where people come in and you say, listen, what's your job? I'm an architect. Well, tell us the good news in architecture. What's your job? Well, I'm into finance. Well, tell us the good news about finance, and just get people telling the good news, promote the good news.
Absolutely.
A real health movement.
Yeah.
It's what I like about our company. It's what I like about the products we're sourcing. Well, it's our whole motivation, I believe, and the strength behind our company is that it comes with the movement. This comes with an awakening.
Yeah, sure
and a
is.
movement that people need to help each other.
Yeah, totally agree. And I think lastly, an important note for everybody watching is we're true advocates of actually not just having an e-commerce business online, but actually understanding who are the people behind the brand. What is the story behind the company? So many people are not comfortable in getting in front of a camera and sharing their story. We're nothing like that. We're very transparent, and we're going to be doing a lot more of these videos to actually share the whole journey, all of our range of products, and tell you more about For Ultimate Health and what's coming. So hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, we'll talk then.